Today on Stamp TV, I'm going to show you a fun card using the brand new Petals and Wings Stamp TV kit. One of my favorite images in this kit is the hot air balloon. It just begs to be paper pieced, and I'm going to show you a fun way to think outside the box when doing the paper piecing technique. And I'm going to show you another fun way to use the Petals and Wings pattern paper pack that comes with this kit. Let me show you the tools and products you need for paper piecing. First, you're going to need some ink, and I'm using the Memento Tuxedo Black ink. Then you're going to need some stamps, and like I said earlier, I'm going to use the hot air balloon image from the new Petals and Wings kit. I'm also going to use the congratulations stamp, and in my finished card project, I used the Dream Big stamp. This makes a great graduation card, and that's coming up soon. You're also going to need some patterned paper, and I've chosen two of the pieces from the Petals and Wings kit. It's this very, very light red gingham check pattern, and then I have the very, very pretty jelly bean green damask. And then you're also going to need some cardstock, and I have a piece of the Gina Designs 120-pound heavy base weight white cardstock. You can use the layering weight too, that's just fine, but for my project I decided I would use the heavy base weight. You're also going to need some good scissors for cutting out the little pieces of paper, and I'm using my cutter bees, and a quickie glue pen. So to begin, I'm going to start by stamping the hot air balloon image on this piece of white cardstock. Now, because this stamp is a little bit bigger, I like to lay it on its back and ink it up this way. This way I know I got ink over the entire surface of the stamp. And then I'm going to stamp that image right in the center of this piece of cardstock. There we go. Now I'm going to stamp that same image two more times. I'm going to do one on the jelly bean green damask. And I'm going to do one on the check pattern. And I am trying to stamp them fairly straight on the pattern, but if they're a little bit off, that's okay. And there we go. So now I have my three images stamped. And now it's time to do a little bit of cutting with the cutter bee scissors. Now, to make this easy, if you look at this particular design, you can see that the cloud kind of goes on top of the balloon there. You don't have to be real delicate about cutting out around that cloud. Just cut the shape of the balloon out, because you're going to paper piece over it with another coordinating pattern, and you can just glue that piece right on top. So I'm going to start by just cutting out this balloon part. And I'll show you what I mean. I'm going to go around that cloud. And when you're using more than one color to paper piece, you can save the other pieces and make a second project just with the opposite colors, so you don't have to waste any of the work that you've done. But then if you do that, you will have to cut around that cloud. To save time, I'm just going to cut straight down like that. No need to work too hard for that. And there I have my balloon piece. There we go. Now I'm also going to cut out the two clouds. Let me just get rid of the excess, and that can be used for another project. And then I'm going to put it all together for you. Now that I have all my pieces cut out, I'm going to start to glue them onto the piece of white cardstock. And I'm going to do that by taking the quickie glue pen and coloring, just like this was a regular pen or a marker. I'm going to color all over this balloon image. And I'm not going to worry about getting it onto this cloud, because that's okay. I'm going to cover the whole thing. And you just want to make sure that you've got glue around the perimeter, because that's where you don't want the little pieces to lift up. And then you can just kind of scribble in the center. Now I'm going to attach this piece right on top of that line, like that. And you can see how that looks. Now I'm going to paper piece on this cloud here, and you can see I've done that with the red checked. And again, I'm just going to make sure that the glue is definitely up to the edge of that stamped line, and then I can kind of scribble in the center to make sure it sticks down real well. And let me place that one on there. And we'll go right on top like that. There. And there's my one cloud. Now for the other cloud, same thing. I'm just going to make sure I go right around that perimeter again. And a little scribbling. This one will fit right in there. And my final piece is the heart. And you could have left the heart like that if you wanted to. You could even color over it to darken up the green, but I thought a bright red checked heart would just be perfect in the center of that jelly bean green balloon. Put that right into place. Isn't that so cute? Now, I'm going to tell you another little trick, something that's fun to do. Take a look at the Petals and Wings pattern paper pack here. You see this little piece right here up at the top and at the bottom, that little decorative edge that we designed into our packaging? Well, you can use that little piece to do a complementary pattern. And let me show you how I did that. What I did was I cut that out, and you can see all I did was just trim the other side to match the bottom side. And I'm going to use the congratulations stamp and ink that up. And then I'm going to stamp that right on top. You want to make sure that's straight, so if there's any pattern in there that you have it facing the right direction. I'm going to stamp that right onto that. And I've added that to my finished card project. Let me show you that. Here is my finished card project. And all I've done was take a little bit more of that red checked pattern paper, and I've created a backdrop. I've matted that onto some chocolate brown, and then I've used the jelly bean green cardstock to create my card base. And then, using that little strip that I created, I cut that to fit and just glued that down with a little bit of tape and popped up a embellishment here that I created out of the Dream Big stamp. I used the Lacy Circles die, and this is the very smallest one. The Dream Big fits perfectly in there. And I popped it up with one of the 1/2-inch pop dots, so you can see that's really sticking off the card. You see that? That side view there? And that really makes it look like a fancy embellishment, almost gives it the feel of adding a button, but you've done it all with cardstock. And then I've taken that focal image and I've matted that on some jelly bean green and then layered that on top of some chocolate brown too. And it's a very simple sketch, but it sure is cute. And it's the perfect card for somebody that's moving on to the next phase in their life. Maybe they're retiring or they're going off to college. They just graduated. This is the perfect time of the year to stock up on a few of these cards and be ready for graduation time. Now, next time you try paper piecing, try using some crazy patterns that you wouldn't think would work together. Kind of like I did here with the clouds. I mean, you normally don't see red checked clouds, but it certainly looks so cute. When you try patterns like this that you wouldn't think would work together, you'll be surprised how cute and whimsical that can be.